Happy Monday and welcome back, my YouTube friends and family. This is Lindsay and I am back with more daily work from home job leads for you. I have a jam-packed video today. I have 7 different jobs to share with you. These jobs are either going to be completely non-phone or mostly non-phone, meaning they are not customer service call center based, but there may be occasional times when you have to talk to your coworkers or talk to customers if you've done a lot of research or something and then you need to just make a quick outbound phone call and give them like the final conclusion of what your research has led you to. But these are going to be mostly non-phone. I know that's what you're looking for, but as always, if there's something specific that you're looking for, feel free to leave that in the comments. I can never make any promises. I do read those though and keep a lookout when I am searching for job leads to share. If you're new here, welcome. This channel searches the internet daily, Monday through Friday, looking for the best work from home jobs out there. We search multiple job boards and try to only bring you the best ones to save you time so you don't have to spend hours combing through all the jobs out there. Everything we share is always remote or work from home, and if you need to get to any of the pages that I share, you need links to get those applications in, read reviews on companies, or timestamps to skip ahead if one job is not for you. You want to go on and see what the next one is. All that information is always in the YouTube description box below this video. I do just ask that if you enjoy anything that I share, let me know by giving this video a thumbs up like button. But without wasting any more time, diving right on in, first up we have the company Safeguard Products International. They have 226 reviews on Glassdoor from past and current employees, an overall employee satisfaction rating of 3.7 out of 5 stars. Safeguard Products International is looking for a data entry processor for their cancellations department. This is going to be remote within the United States. Everything I'm sharing is within the United States. So they are looking for somebody to provide support to those dealerships, processing cancellations, making sure that the dealerships are reimbursed for the unused portion of their contract cost. So you're going to process a minimum of 75 cancellations per day. You're going to make sure that documents are linked to the correct contracts, returning any documents that don't meet the cancellation requirements back to the dealership or finance company. If you have return checks, you'll do research on those, reviewing the paperwork, making sure that the customer's contract, including the cancellation dates, repossession letters, or payoffs of vehicles, everything is documented in the system. You're going to respond to emails daily, just adapting and adjusting new and current cancellation changes in the system. They don't require any kind of college degree for this one, just a high school diploma or GED, and somebody who has 3 years of either experience in customer service or insurance claims. You've got to have strong computer skills, be able to multitask, navigate around multiple computer systems like Microsoft Office, Windows systems, things like that. Be a problem solver, and they do want somebody who has knowledge of cancellation procedures and can work effectively as a team. Now, please note for this one, you do have to be able to successfully pass a background check, and sadly they did not list pay for this one. That'll need to be discussed with them at the time of the interview. Another company hiring for a data entry like position is the Ion Group. Now they have 1,000 reviews on Glassdoor with an overall employee satisfaction rating of 3.4 out of 5 stars. They are looking for a data entry specialist. Now, this position is remote, so you can be located anywhere in the United States. However, they are specifically looking for someone to work 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Central Time or 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. Eastern Time. So preference will be given to candidates who are willing to work those hours. So if you're outside of those 2 time zones, please convert your hours and see if that works for you. They're paying $20 an hour, and please note this is a temporary 9-month engagement. But they are looking for somebody to basically access fund-related documents from various sources, including emails and online portals, and accurately match these documents to their corresponding investor vehicles or portfolios. So you're going to have client-specific instructions for each client on how to properly handle and process their emails and documents. So for one client, you'll process them one way. For another client, you'll process them a different way. But you'll just conduct verification processing, making sure that the data is entered accurately and with integrity. And so you will have to communicate effectively with your managers and colleagues as needed. Now, they are looking for somebody who has a high school diploma or GED. No college degree is needed for this one. You do have to have great organizational skills and great attention to detail, making sure that that data entry is spot on. Again, you've got to be able to work basic computer systems and work in a fast-paced environment. Now, moving on along, next up we have a Getty Images hiring. Getty Images has 745 reviews with an overall employee satisfaction rating of 3.9 out of 5 stars. They are looking for a picture desk editor. Now, please note this is remote for the United States. But they are basically looking for somebody to review and edit images to meet those Getty image guidelines that they have, making sure that you're committed to editorial integrity. So you'll have to assign like a ranking and routing information to images, making sure that you designate where the image is supposed to be delivered to when it's finished. You're going to prioritize a task with the global editing team, making sure that you get them their images for their editorials by their deadline. So you're kind of working with the writers, and so they're looking for somebody who has some journalistic knowledge, like of trending global news, sports, and entertainment events, because you're going to making sure that you gather and edit images for these stories, maintaining and regularly updating GettyImages.com homepages. And then you're going to monitor these stories trending in real time and engage with the appropriate images for these stories on Getty Images. So you're going to help their marketing and social media platform teams as well. They are looking for somebody who has 2 years of experience in some kind of editorial photography, somebody who has knowledge in current affairs or like pop culture, things going on in the world, like celebrity news, like all this Ben Affleck, J-Lo stuff I keep seeing online. You've got to be first to the scene on things like that. And of course, because it is a picture or image editing job, you've got to be able to work with editing tools like Adobe Photoshop, have great writing grammar skills, and be able to multitask. Now, pay for this one is quite high. It's anywhere from $28.08 an hour up to $34 an hour. Now, if editing images is not for you, don't worry, it's not for me either. And maybe you're in the healthcare field. Privia Health is also hiring. They have 258 reviews with an overall employee satisfaction rating of 3.5 out of 5 stars. They are looking for a platform associate remote for the United States. Now, their platform associate is really working with their electronic health records and practice management applications, software applications, or platforms that they use for their Privia medical group, clinicians, doctors, nurses, things like that. And so you're going to be the second level issue management support, troubleshooting and correcting all these issues and bugs that you find in these electronic medical records platforms. So you're really documenting and tracking appropriate actions for escalated incidents. Tickets or tech tickets, basically assisting and testing and troubleshooting all aspects of their Athena One online platform. So you're going to routine do quality assurance check of your work. This one might require you to be on the phone with some of your colleagues, doctors and nurses that you work with. Maybe you need to get more information about an issue or provide updates on an issue. But you're basically assisting with this electronic health medical record system, making sure that it's functioning correctly, there are no tech issues, and solving the tech issues as they come up. Now, they are looking for somebody who has 1 or more years of experience in different things like clinical and managed care, electronic health record support, ticket management, somebody who has 1 year experience in just like in a professional environment. You do have to have knowledge, though, of medical terminology and HIPAA rules and regulations, because this is dealing with medical records. And of course, you've got to be a problem solver, but pay for this one is anywhere from $60,000 a year up to $75,000 a year. Now, I think this next one might be the only job that I'm sharing that does require a degree. I'm trying to mix it up and have a little bit of something for everyone in my videos. DSW, or Designer Shoe Warehouse, they have 6,800 reviews on Glassdoor with an overall employee satisfaction rating of 3.6 out of 5 stars. They are looking for a purchase order system specialist, and again, this is remote for the United States, and they're looking for somebody to manage tasks related to style creation and purchase order processing. So this is going to be dealing with a lot about how things are in their system or how different styles are listed in their system. So you are going to be downloading and validating those UPC codes, systematically linking them to the styles in the DSW platform or database. You're going to offer recommendations and solutions for opportunities for business processes, but you're basically operating as the liaison or the go-between between the internal buy-in teams and the vendor partners, making sure that the communication for purchase order creation and maintenance is processed correctly. So you're just resolving any issues that come up that prevent the purchase order processing, receipt, making sure you research why it happened. Did it happen at the distribution center or was it vendors buying? So you're just going to make sure that you monitor the whole life cycle of making sure that new styles are purchased from vendors, and then get UPC codes uploaded into the system so that then the styles are uploaded onto the website or in the system so that they can be sold. They are looking for somebody who is highly motivated, somebody who has great communication skills, can be a problem solver, somebody who can multitask, and of course, they are looking for somebody who has a bachelor degree. It doesn't say that it has to be in any specific field. They do prefer somebody, though, who has a retail experience as well. Now, next up, we have the company Miracle Ear. Miracle Ear has 342 reviews, an overall rating of 3.2 out of 5 stars. Miracle Ear is a part of a bigger company called Amplifying Americas. However, Miracle Ear itself is looking for a benefits specialist or a benefits verification specialist, again, remote for the United States. So they are basically looking for somebody to perform verification, verifying what kind of insurance benefits these patients have that are being seen at Miracle Ear, or getting like hearing aids or different products or services from Miracle Ear. So you're basically going to be responsible for performing online eligibility and benefits check for your payers. You may have to pick up the phone and make an outbound phone call from time to time to insurance companies to get that eligibility and benefit information if you can't get it online. Now, let me just say, my full-time remote job that I work is a healthcare billing supervisor. And I can tell you that in today's world, most insurance companies, you can get those benefits online through an online provider portal. And when you're just verifying and looking up benefits, generally, there's no reason to actually call the insurance company. But maybe you want to know if a specific CPT code or diagnosis code or something is covered under their benefits. You can get general benefits like hearing aids are covered at 80/20 coverage or whatever. But if you want to know if you're going to bill a specific code, those might require phone calls to give them that very specific code. Sometimes they have a list of codes online that you can search through as well. So I'm just letting you know this may require some outbound phone calls, but a lot of it is going to be like online, non-phone. You're just processing these accounts and making sure that you process them in a timely manner. Now, they only require a high school diploma and 1 year of insurance verification experience. They do want somebody who kind of has knowledge of different insurance companies like governmental payers like Medicare, Medicaid. And please note, sadly for this one, they can only hire in certain states. They do have a list of states right here that they can hire in. Now, pay for this one was not listed either. And last but not least, if you're still with me, thank you so much for listening to all of my rambling. We have TM Health Quality Institute hiring. They have 64 reviews on Glassdoor, an overall employee satisfaction rating of 3.5 out of 5 stars. And they are hiring a case clerk. This is full-time remote anywhere in the United States. And a case clerk basically just performs routine appeals work and serves as the person for the reconsideration and dispute resolution for their professionals and physician reviewers. So what happens in insurance is maybe the insurance company doesn't pay the claim, and then the doctor's office or hospital or whoever was billing the claim to the insurance company has a chance to dispute or appeal. Sometimes those words are used interchangeably, and sometimes there's different processes for each one. Maybe a dispute is level 1 and an appeal is level 2. But regardless, the person billing the claim has a chance to send medical records and kind of do a write-up and prove their case and kind of argue their case of why the insurance company should change their mind and pay their claim. And so that's what you're just doing, is coordinate the delivery of the redetermination files and dispute resolution documents for the decisions. So you're going to be building the reconsideration or dispute case file in the system, and then you're going to be researching and analyzing those documents for each case, making sure it meets the requirements to be considered for a dispute. So sometimes, like, insurance companies will say you have to have certain medical records or certain paperwork before we can review it. So then you're going to analyze and make decisions based on medical versus non-medical case types, appeal review categories, things like that, just inputting that appropriate data into the system. So when this might require some outbound phone calls as needed, you'll respond to the dispute reviews as needed, making sure that you get the decision, whether it is positive or negative, out to the person that submitted the dispute. Now, this may happen either through the telephone or written inquiries. So a lot of times insurance companies will send out letters or documents that are in the provider portal to the providers, but just know this may require you to pick up the phone and make outbound phone calls from time to time. Now, they only require a high school diploma and 1 year of general office experience. Now, they do prefer somebody who has different college education or training in administration, business, or related areas, but that's a preferred and not required. You just have to have 1 year of general office experience. And they also have a preference of somebody who knows Medicare or Medicare billing, but again, that is just preferred. So if you do have that, it might get you to the top of the line for an interview. And again, this one did not list pay. That'll need to be discussed with them at the time of the interview. All right, if you've made it to the end of this video, I owe you a huge thank you so much for watching and supporting me. Again, feel free to leave in the comments anything that you're looking for. Don't forget, if you enjoyed anything that I shared, give this video a thumbs up button. Please share with all your friends and family, and I'll be back really soon with more work from home job leads just for you.